So the next is, let's talk about fairness. Yeah, fairness by definition, as he says, fairness is our duty to make decisions and act impartially and objectively. And he says our conduct must be free from self-interest, competing self-interest, prejudice, and also favoritism with somebody, right? So let's go through this. He says, number one thing you got to do is demonstrate transparency, which sometimes is a challenge. You want to protect your self-interest. You want to protect your organization's interests. Yeah. Evaluation criteria for your procurement process. I will know the requirements or the criteria for deciding on the vendor or supplier. I'm not going to share it with you. Or some project managers, you know what they do? There are certain clauses, it's hidden or encrypted such a way that it favors one supplier. Yeah. When it comes to budgeting exercise, not revealing the right information to the decision makers. Where is the transparency, right? So be ethical. Be somebody who is always, you should be seen as somebody who's transparent in all of this. Next one, it says we constantly re-examine our impartiality and objectivity. Sometimes there are some people who makes the call. It might be you, it might be your team members, it could be your bosses, it could be your suppliers, anyone. They might give a call. For example, your boss might say, let's go with this decision. And you know that certain decision has to be based on certain processes. Do not keep quiet. Yeah, and especially in Asian culture, they give respect to their superiors. Yeah, and in meetings they are very quiet. They don't challenge the authority. These are behaviors. All right, but the thing is this: the more you do this, you are encouraging the negative influences and bad practices. You are encouraging bribery. You know that when an organization's boss they realize that they are being challenged, they are being monitored, they'll be a bit more careful. But when you're quiet, they will have the eagerness to make that mistake and make that call. That's how they create that strength. All right. So therefore, here's my suggestion: whenever you see this on that spot, make that call. Tell them whether it's a right decision or wrong decision. Advise them. Do not fight against it. But what I'm suggesting is highlight based on the knowledge that you have in the bylaws or based on your code of conduct. There are certain processes that we are not following right. If they still insist, put it in black and white in email or whatever, just to protect yourself. And I'll talk about whistleblowing later on. Yeah. Next one. We provide equal access to the information to those who are authorized to that information. If they're authorized, yeah, they rightfully need to get access to those information. Next one. We make opportunities equally available to all the qualified candidates as well. Be fair in your evaluation. Be fair in your evaluation of your tender, for example. I keep talking about procurement, right? But be fair in your evaluation of your tenders. Do not practice favoritism. Do not practice prejudice. I'll come to that in the next slide as well, right? Do not hire people, based on your preference. These are some of the things that you got to look at. Yeah, so let's try conflict of interest. Yeah, you know that someone related to you is participating in the tender, and you keep one eye closed because you think if they are lucky enough and if they are fair, fair process, right? Let them win. Nothing wrong in that, right? But therefore, then as a leader, you got to declare that interest, self-interest, that one of your relative or friend is participating in the tender. Right? If you have any certain conflict or interest yourself within the organization or within the project, declare that. Make a simple declaration. There's no specific form or templates for this. All you have to do is go to the right authority, either your CEO or your auditor. Tell them, All right, this is the kind of position you are in. Declare. Simple one paragraph statement will do. Yeah, that shows how much you respect yourself in the first place. All right. Next one talks about favoritism, discrimination. Guys, I have to speak about this. Yeah, number one, it says do not hire or fire, do not reward or punish, do not award or deny contract based on personal consideration. You understand what it means? Yeah, that includes favoritism, nepotism, bribery. Yeah, do not hire people because these are somebody that's related to you. And do not fire people because certain perception which was planted on your head by someone without you asking or clarifying with the person, you started firing them. No, don't do that. Right? Next one. Do not award contract because this guy is someone that you know. Do not award contract because you have been pressured by the organization or pressured by your senior management, politically influencing you. Yeah. Do not award or reward any contracts because you receive bribes. And I think I don't have to explain that the fact that you are accepting bribe itself, you are showing that the integrity is being challenged. Next, it says discrimination. Do not discriminate based on number one, male or female. So here's the thing. I have produced people who have, at 19 years old, he expressed interest in doing projects. And youngest. I'm going to talk about age later on, but a female who said, Mr. Nehru, looking at, the way you are doing projects, I'm so inspired. Can I follow your footsteps? I said, come, let me coach and all of this stuff. She was a successful project manager at the age of 22. 22, female. Yeah. And she was started doing all the infrastructure projects for the country later on, right? At about 26 years old. And then she went to another country. She went to Christchurch, building the infrastructure for the government. Yeah, because there's a lot of earthquakes and so on. They need project managers there. She went. She helped out, right? Young age of 26, 27 years old. Female. Young age discrimination, right? There are some people who will say you're too young to be a PM. Myself, Disneyland project at the age of 23. Yeah, such a young age. But here's the thing, you should not be measured based on gender or race or any other things or age or religion, right? But keep your gender in the toilet. Keep your gender issues during in your bedroom, but not when it comes to project management. Project management is all about your brain, your intelligence. Apply that knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to become a good PM. And that's when you become somebody who can contribute towards project management as a good PM. Yeah, not about gender, not about race, not about your age. Do not make a decision to choose a PM because of their religious beliefs. Do not hire people because, do not discriminate against disability. Somebody is in a wheelchair, they can't do projects. They have their brain. Yeah, this is the brain power. Your planning, your the way you lead people. Are you exciting people to do projects, right? Are you, inspiring people to do projects? Nationality. I've heard some people say if they are from these certain countries, they are just good for labors, not really. Can you imagine this? All right. And I've seen some of them grown to be hotel owners, seen them to be one of the successful project managers from different nationality or sexual orientation. Yeah. So do not discriminate. Yeah, when it comes to project management. Next one, it says you apply the rules of the organization without any favoritism or prejudice. All right, team. So be aware of this when it comes to code of ethics.